Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back, Latitude 19, with our friend Adrian, who has lots of things for us, lots of information. I know you guys are going to enjoy this. Adrian,
hey,
welcome back, my friend.
How are you doing, my friend? All good, thanks. Thanks for having me again.
Well, where you been, man? We missed you. Where have you been?
Thank you so much. Yeah, so the past few weeks I went to Canada, actually. I visited after 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, last time I was there was September 2023, so I visited a friend. He had his wedding. I visited him. It was super nice. It was actually quite good being there. I felt really good. Everything felt nice. I mean, vacation time is also good. It's really good during summer. Yeah. And yeah, it was a nice and beautiful experience. I went to Toronto for 5 days. Then to visit my brother that he lives there. He lives in Hamilton for like 3 days. He lives there with his family. And I had a couple extra days in Niagara-on-the-Lake, which is like wine country. Wow. Super nice. Yeah, really nice. Really cool vacation, I guess.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I know you had not been there since 2023, so I'm sure things were not the same. I mean, tell me a little more about that. What did you see that was actually different?
Yeah.
What has changed in the period of 2 years?
Well, something that actually shocked me a lot is the prices went up so much in regards to everything. I don't know. I think that government says they're controlling inflation, which I don't believe they are. Everything went up so much. Even eating outside, it felt like, I was expending so much money there. I also felt that my friends, most of them, they're professionals, luckily, and they were happy to keep their jobs there. I mean, wow. That's something that I felt there. I also felt that, just salaries, they stay flat. So for instance, my friend that he was getting married, he's a pilot.
Oh,
and
nice.
He flies for, one of the flagships, airlines for Canada. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name.
Yeah.
But, well, regardless of that, his salary stayed flat for almost a year now, a year and something. And he's negotiating to make a better wage and everything. But I felt that everything is gone up in price in regard to prices.
Okay.
And even going to the grocery store is it's really painful now. And I also felt the need of eating. I don't know. Food is okay, but it's super expensive, I guess. Those are the things that I saw different. And some people are desperate. I started to get desperate. I think that was
wow.
That was shocking. That didn't feel that nice, although the wedding was beautiful and everything. But I felt that, I don't know, people are starting to lose some of their faith in living in Canada.
Wow, that is shocking. So what are your friends doing right now to mitigate this situation in Canada?
Most of them, I think that they don't know what to do, actually. Most of them are just living their lives and mitigating the costs as much as they can, because believe it or not, in Ontario, we're taxated. Everything is tax. And I feel that, taxes increase. I was talking to one of my friends.
Wait, but what kind of taxes are you talking about?
There are several. Actually, yeah, one of the friends that went to the wedding, he's a CPA there. He's a professional accountant. And he told me that, well, although we have HST, now we have carbon tax, we have property tax, they have luxury tax. I think there's a thing called sewer and rain tax.
What?
And also income tax. Most of my friends, they make a somewhat decent wage, and even working with their partners, they don't make enough, because they're taxated to up to 30 to 50%, I believe. It's so high. I was impressed talking to them, and most of them are just happy to keep their jobs, to keep in their jobs. So that was shocking for me, and they don't have many investment options there. I feel that they're stagnant because the real estate market is frozen. I think it's a bubble waiting to burst, and I feel that they don't know what to do with their money. And in regards to that, I feel that they're kind of in a slowdown. Everything is frozen there. I don't see many options out of that. The government says they're doing stuff, but that's one of the reasons why I moved here to Mexico, because I don't feel they're doing enough to help the person that just the regular worker there that puts his effort, his hours into working there. And I feel most of them were disappointed. That's a harsh word. I don't like saying it, but I felt that in a happy moment such as the wedding, I felt that they were a little bit disappointed about what they're making and how they're living.
Well, it must be really difficult right now. Because obviously you're telling me that the taxes are going up. There, you got all kinds of taxes, but at the same time, the wages are still the same. So they're still the same from 2 years ago?
Yeah. Most of my friends, they're making the same amount of money. Actually, they're happy to keep in their jobs. Like,
Wow.
most of, like, some of them got laid off and they started like different careers, things that they've never done.
Wow.
And they're not even on staff. So they're making money on the side and stuff that I cannot believe. I was never like, I'm a professional engineer in Ontario, registered there. And I also felt that experience because not long ago I lived there. I actually, like, I worked for an engineering company. I was making, back in 2020, it was a decent wage. And I was also working with my brother. We were flipping houses. We were renovating like properties. We were doing load-bearing wall removals, which is really popular now. We were like flipping land. And even then, compared to now, I felt like that money is not enough anymore there.
Wow.
Most people that live there actually are surviving. It's survival mode, I guess. It's tough to say, but I feel that that's what's going on right now, unfortunately.
Wow. It must be really difficult right now for everybody who's in Canada and also in different parts of the world who feel that way. What do you think, or what do you think an option would be for these people who are struggling in Canada that maybe perhaps have a little bit of money in their pocket that they want to invest, or they just feel they have to do something to get out of that situation? Like, I mean, I know you're a professional, you're a smart entrepreneur, you got a lot going on for yourself, so maybe you can give all of us a good advice when it comes to investments.
Thank you so much. Yeah, well, actually, I'm really happy that I made the move from Canada to Mexico, and that was one of the reasons actually that I moved here for, was because like I felt that my money was never enough. Gladly and happily, I had some money left back in like my bank account, but inflation was eating me alive. It was eating me to pieces. Even the taxes were eating me to pieces. Contributions weren't enough. Everything went up. All the costs, like renting a property in Toronto right now is insane. Wow. Some of my friends, they had to move abroad, like away from Toronto. They moved to Oakville. I have like one of my other friends that they didn't go to the wedding because they have a newborn child. They moved to Oakville because their rent wasn't enough in Toronto. They were paying around $3,500 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo there, and they had to move to Oakville where they paid $3,200 they pay now, and they only gained access to one more bathroom, and now they have to commute 2 hours to work because that's the way like people are like meant to live, I guess, in Toronto right now and in Canada in general. So I feel that there are many options. For instance, in my case, I moved to Mexico and I partnered with an amazing engineer, and now we're like about to build, and we're actually in the permit stage. We're working towards building a beautiful low-rise condo near the beach. Yeah, it's in Nayarit. It's close to Puerto Vallarta. It's in the Pacific Ocean. Beaches are beautiful there. I try to go as often as I can just to spend a few days in the beach. And we're in that stage that we're about to launch like a nice product. Everybody can invest there if you want. Actually, it's a good option for you Canadians and people that have money, and even Americans, they're moving a lot to Mexico because there is a lot of golf courses. We encourage golf. I like playing golf myself a lot, and I play tennis as well. So I feel there's a good connection there. So here in Mexico, I feel weather is not an issue ever. I mean, it's always 20 degrees over, or 75 for our American friends. And destinations here are amazing. I live in Mexico City because out of convenience. I feel that this city has a lot to offer in many ways, like culinary options, shows, entertainment. There's a lot of American friends and Canadian friends that I've acquired in the past few years.
Yeah.
So community is growing here.
So wait, let me get this. Like, I'm trying to, grasp more information and understand more of. You made the move. You were in that situation before. You were, obviously, you're a professional. You were making good money, but then you realize, wait a minute, everything's going up. My wages are still the same. What am I going to do with my money? So you thought of Mexico being a good option. 2 years later, now you can see your results. What conclusion do you have after 2 years being in Mexico?
Being in Mexico for me has been a life-changing move. Although it was hard, obviously moving to a different country is hard. Although I speak Spanish and English because I'm Latin American, but I feel that this was the right decision. Like in the life decision, I feel like I'm eating much healthier now. I lost some weight, fortunately, which is good. I feel that I have more friends, connections. Weather is not a factor, like I say.
Okay.
I mean, I can always be outside and like thriving. And in regards to working here and investing here, it's really safe. Contrary to what like shows tell you or like other people tell you that Mexico or maybe Latin America is dangerous, it is not. It is such a safe environment. For instance, when I was in Toronto, I was living. My friend was like, my friend lives near King Street and Bathurst, which is a main intersection in Toronto. It's a really nice area. It's close to financial district there. And if you go up one more street, just one more street, and in Queen Street, I felt that there's a lot of homeless people that are living there. They're establishing camps there.
So it's getting bad.
Things that never happen in Canada. I cannot believe that. And many people there, like, I believe that it's not as safe as it was a few years back. Because when I first moved to Canada in 2015, I've never felt that. I never felt that situation in Canada where people are actually homeless now. Some people are applying for food stamps now, which is like
that's crazy,
incredible because they worked their entire lives. And some people that have savings, they're just eating their savings. They're not generating any money, and the bank pays you 3%, 4% a year. Those are the returns.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And they're taxated.
Really
taxated.
Now, let me give you a quick example. Let's say I was from Canada and I'm looking at you right now. I'm like, damn, I got a little bit of cash on the side and I want to maybe, a better future for my family. I want to invest it. What are your suggestions?
I suggest that making a move to Mexico doesn't have to be that hard. You have to think about your family as well and their well-being. Let's say you have some money set aside. You can invest in properties here. For instance, the properties that I will be offering soon enough, they're going to offer returns of at least 12-13% yearly.
Way better.
And yeah, I know, right?
That's like 3 times.
It's 3 or 4 times what like GICs offer you in Canada. So I mean, that's a really safe option because I work with trust funds, banks. Everything is to the name of the bank until we release the properties, until we sell them. So everything is safe. And we have channels to move that money from Canada to Mexico within the banks there. And also from the United States, from Texas, we have companies there.
Yeah.
We have there are so many channels that we can move the money from there to here, invest in a safe property. It's near the beach. It's beautiful, and it can make money for you. Also passive income.
Okay, it sounds really great. I know you're working on this project, but what if I wanted to be part of your project? What's up with that? Like, how can we get more information about that?
It's easy. You can follow me on my Instagram channels, or you can ask me directly. I'm happy to answer any questions. I will be uploading, thanks to you, through Latitude 19. I will be uploading all my social media for you to follow me. Yeah, you can send me emails. You can research the company that I'm opening, and everything is, I say, straightforward, legit. I'm an engineer. I was a professional engineer. I'm still a professional engineer in Ontario.
You still are.
I still pay that license, which is like a hefty license, like $600 a year. And if I wanted to practice there, it's like $4,000 just the insurance.
Wow.
To practice. And yeah, it's expensive, right? But I don't mind too much about that. What I fear the most is people leaving Canada, not knowing where to go, and thinking their only option is staying there and not making a change for themselves.
Yeah, but some people, this is what they hear. Oh, Mexico's dangerous and don't go there. Like, I mean, the news say that. Even to people in the States, they're like, don't go to Mexico, it's so dangerous. Like, what do you have to say about that?
The way the news and shows and, I don't know, some like popular shows portray Mexico and Latin America, it's so different from reality. I cannot disagree more with those portrayals. Maybe in a different area, in a different age, in the 80s, in the 90s. Now I feel I'm safer here in Mexico than in some parts of Canada. Especially some neighborhoods, they're starting to grow without the police officers there being there. I don't think laws are being enforced. There is something that is crazy in Canada, which is like if there's a burglar and people that wants to steal your property and they get into your house, you cannot defend yourself. Actually, if you do that, you'll be in jail. I heard about it. I don't know much about it, but I think if that's the law, then I don't know what security is. What I feel like in Mexico, everything's safe. Where I live, at least, it's I don't know, it's an area of 4 or 5 million people, which is big because this city is huge.
Yeah, it's a huge
But I
city.
feel I always see police officers nearby. I've gotten assistance for police officers for a flat tire. Imagine that.
So don't believe everything the news and
Absolutely not.
Don't believe everything.
There's no way, no chance, no
See,
chance.
from my experience, I mean, I've been in Mexico, living in Mexico for 4 years, and I've never, not once, had an issue of insecurity or anything like that.
Yeah.
In my case, never, guys, never had a problem.
The same for me. Yeah, I've been living here for 2 years, and I've never experienced any sort of insecurity here at all. Not even going to shows. I've been to the stadium. I like soccer. I've been to the stadium there. Everyone is nice. You can even, I don't know, you can even like have a few beers there and you get to know people.
Well, you're a big guy too. Who's gonna mess with the big guy? Nobody's gonna mess with the big. Like, I better be nice to this big guy.
No. But I'm like, you have to be nice if you want to respect. You want to respect. You have to show respect.
Yes, definitely.
But I feel that
definitely.
education in Canada is good, and people are like well educated there, and I feel that anybody can adjust to this lifestyle.
Okay,
and
guys.
you'll always find friends here as well.
So you know, take our friend's advice. You know, if you want to invest, follow him on social media. I'm gonna leave the social media here, his social media in the description, and you can ask him questions directly, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Octavio. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I appreciate that, and I am hoping to help any other Canadian fellows that want to make the leap for a better future and a better present. Actually, I feel that there's much to be done in Canada that is not being done, and I don't want desperate people to just like move their money where it's not safe, where it's not good. I want people like myself to feel safer in a better city, in a better country that is offering less tax, better health, and overall a better life experience.
Beautiful. Well, that's it for today, guys. So I guess I'm going to be calling this guy more because I'm very interested in everything that he's doing. And I want to be part of his project. I know right now you're probably not going to do it right now, but maybe next time you can give us an overview of your projects so that people like myself and other people from Canada, the States, and Europe, and anywhere in the world want to invest in Mexico, they can start off by investing in your project. How about that?
Thank you so much, Octavio. I really appreciate that. Thanks again, man, so much. And yeah, for sure. If you have me again, of course, I'll have news for everybody. Thank you.
All right, guys. See you next time.